Our Father, Mother, God initially created their children within the highest dimensions of light. In these frequencies, there is no such thing as time or space. Only the eternal moment of now is relevant. But our Father, Mother, God wanted their children to learn how to become co-creators as quickly as possible. In order for that to happen, we needed to experience what we were co-creating through our thoughts, words, feelings, and actions in an accelerated manner. It was determined that this would occur most effectively within the denser frequencies of a time and space continuum. This meant that we needed to step our vehicles down into denser frequencies of vibration. To begin this process, our Father, Mother, God decreed that the aspect of our divinity that was created in the image and likeness of God would remain within the highest dimensions of God's infinite light. This was our white fire being and the immortal, victorious threefold flame blazing in its center. This step was taken in order to ensure our safe return when our learning experiences were complete. Our godparents invested our white fire beings with the responsibility of holding the immaculate concept, the divine blueprint, for our descent into the third-dimensional world of form and our ascent back into the heart of our Father, Mother, God. Next, our godparents directed our masculine and feminine I Am presences to descend into the densest dimension they could abide in while still remaining in the timeless, spaceless frequencies of light. This was the fifth dimension. After our I Am presences were established in the frequencies of the fifth dimension, our Father, Mother, God directed them to project a stepped-down reflection of themselves into the denser frequencies of the fourth dimension. The fourth dimension is the first dimension that exists within a time and space continuum. It is much more rarefied than the third dimension, but it exists within the initial constraints of time and space. In compliance with the request of our Father, Mother, God, our I Am presences projected stepped-down masculine and feminine reflections of themselves into the fourth dimension. These two aspects of our divinity are called our solar Christ presences. Like our I Am presences, our solar Christ presences have a sacred heart with a threefold flame, a solar spine, and 12 solar chakras. Because the fourth dimension is so much denser than the fifth dimension, the 12 solar aspects of deity reflect differently through the 12 chakras of our solar Christ presences. Instead of all 12 aspects of deity radiating out through each of the 12 chakras as they do in our I Am presences, and our solar Christ presences, only one of the 12 aspects of deity radiates through each chakra. Since each chakra reflects only one aspect of deity, all 12 chakras must function together in order to form the circle of the sacred 12. After our solar Christ presences were securely established in the fourth dimension, the sons and daughters of God were ready for the final step of our descent into matter. This would involve our descent into the third dimension, which would be the most critical and most difficult part of our journey. Our Father, Mother, God directed our masculine and feminine solar Christ presences to project stepped-down reflections of themselves into the third dimension. This was the densest and most compressed frequency of time and space that the children of God would have to experience in order to become co-creators. These two aspects of our divinity are called our planetary Christ presences. A dramatic change occurs when light passes from the prism of the fourth dimension into the third dimension. When the fourth dimensional frequency of solar light is compressed into an even denser third dimensional frequency, the solar light is transformed into the pigment octave of physical light. We witness this when we pass a ray of sunlight through the prism of a crystal. The solar light is condensed into the sevenfold spectrum of physical light, and we see a rainbow on the other side of the crystal. When our solar Christ presences projected reflections of themselves into the third dimension to create our planetary Christ presences, the same thing happened. Instead of our planetary Christ presences having 12 chakras in the frequencies of the third dimension, they have only 7 chakras. These chakras reflect the 7 colors of the rainbow, beginning with the red root chakra at the base of the spine and ending with the violet crown chakra at the top of the head.